Hi dear all, I'm Dr. PLN. In this session, I'd like to focus on improving vocabulary. I'd like to suggest some techniques to improve vocabulary. Generally, we remember words. We remember words when we read. We look up dictionaries to remember some words as per the meanings. All that happens. And sometimes contextually, we come across some words and we keep in our mind and we reuse them whenever the necessity is there. So, okay, that is fine altogether. Apart from that, I'd like to focus on some techniques which are very important to keep that vocabulary, which is generally passive in most of the times. Okay, we need to get that passive vocabulary into active vocabulary. Okay, we need to change it into active mode. In that sense, we need to understand each and every word in perfect manner. That is the point. It's not just understanding and keeping in our mind. Understanding deeper needs some kind of technique. I'd like to suggest that. So what kind of technique here? We need to have sensitivity towards meaning inside, even if it is a subject. Any subject, not just English. Any subject, it can be science, biological science, it can be history, it can be any other thing, political science, whatever it may be. We need to observe the vocabulary because the language is the base for everything in order to understand. The language is the base for understanding any subject in the world. Words illumine everything. That's Sarvam Sabdena Bhashatam. That is what is written in Sanskrit. So, language is the predominant thing behind understanding every subject. So, understanding language, words, all that is important. Now, what I'm going to suggest is, sensitivity we need. Sensitivity. Okay? Towards words. In that sense, I'd like to ask you one question. What is ozone? Yeah, even if you ask some science students, they generally come up with an answer. Ozone is a layer, okay, in the sky. The surface is fine. Okay, it contains, okay, technical terms in the sense, chemical terms, whatever it may be, that is different matter. Now, understand the word here. We have to understand, when we understand the word sensitively, we can get the subject. That's the point. So ozone is nothing but it's a zone which contains O. O means oxygen. So ozone is O3 generally. In technical terms of chemistry, ozone is the zone of oxygen. That's why we call it ozone. We have to understand that by the word, by looking into the word, we can understand the subject is. Now, if you understand in this manner, you will never forget it. That's the point. I'd like to bring another thing now. What is transformer? We generally hear the word transformer. Yeah, people come up with answers like transformer, that is something related to electricity. Yes, of course, it is related to electricity. Now, what is its meaning exactly? Transformer is a device. Yes, of course, but not. I want you to understand the word into its deeper level. Now, what is the word transformer? Now, you just understand. Transform, three things are there. Morphologically, morphology. Morpheme is minimum meaningful unit. Trans has a meaning, form has a meaning, and has a meaning. Okay, what is trans? Trans means change. What is form? Form means a shape. And what is ear? Something, someone or something that does, doer in that sense. Play and ear, player. The man who plays is player. In that same sense, what does it do? Transform. Okay, that whichever changes the form, okay, that whichever, if it is the device that changes its form is transformer. What does it change? It changes the current, the power into AC, into DC. In that sense, amount of powerful amount of electricity is changed into smaller units so that different houses can use that power. Otherwise, that bigger much amount, that is whatever that is very bigger, okay, cannot be directly connected to houses. That's why the device changes into smaller units so that we can use that power. Whatever that changes that device is called transformer. So that is the logic. Now you cannot, in physics, it is there. In physics, what is transformer is there. In physics, understanding of physics. So we need the sensitivity behind understanding words. So now I'd like to come with some more examples with sensitivity towards understanding smaller units. Okay, now, what is spectacles? We know specs. Okay, glasses that we wear. Glasses, spectacles. We need to understand what spectacles are. Yeah, actually, the meaning of spect is to see. Now you come up with different answers now. Specs, that the device, okay, instrument that whatever we use to see, that is spectacles, specs, that's okay. Now what about inspector? Inspector, he sees, okay, specs in that sense, he sees, okay, he examines the case, whatever that approaches him, he examines, that's why we call him inspector. Today we have inspection in our college. What is happening? Inspection, something they are coming in to see, to look into what is going on in your college. That is called inspection. What about spectators? Spectators, the people who see the performance. Spectators. Okay. So in this way, we need to understand spectacular. Spectacular, that is very impressive to look at. Spectacular performance. So if you have sensitivity about some words, okay, what is going on in these words? What is the basic word? What is its meaning exactly? Okay, it is related to some more words. We can get all these words, okay, and we can remember all these words. What's the meaning of dict? In the same way, many words are there. Dict means say. Say. Okay, what happens now? Dict. Dictionary. Dict is there. Dictionary. What is it? The words which we say, which we talk, which we put on a speech, all these words are combined, are here in the form of this book. This book is called dictionary. What is dictation? I'm telling you, you're supposed to write, I'm telling, dictation. Who is dictator? Dictator. Yeah, I am telling you, you must follow. Okay, that is dictator. What is predict? Okay, I can see it. I can tell it beforehand. Predict. Okay, so in this way, we need to understand. What is port? Port means carry. Port means carry. To move something from one place to another place. That is port. Now you come up with some other words now. What is transport? Trans means change and port, carry. And just moving from one place to another place, transport. This object is transported, right? So what is import? I'm just getting that object from there to here. Import. Export. I'm just getting this object from this place to another place. I'm carrying to that place. That is export. What is port area generally? Generally, it is known as shipyard is generally called port area because many goods are carried through ships to various other places. So we call it, area got the name port. What is airport? Through air, we carry generally. And this one also, in this case also, the place got the name airport, where planes come to carry people, to carry goods to other places through air. That is airport. So all these words, in the manner of sensitivity, we can understand the manner of sensitivity is nothing but looking into words deeper, into the smaller units, into the smaller unit. If you can identify, then many words you can uncover, many words and their meanings, and you can keep in your active vocabulary so that you can use regularly in communication. Okay, I hope you got the information that is useful to you. Thank you very much for listening to me. Okay, see you in the next class. Thank you.